Welcome to our metaphysical channel for spiritual ascension. My name is Deborah Jackson, and I am your spiritual counselor.
This lesson will be discussing the 7 levels of consciousness. We will be discussing the first 3 levels, or the bottom 3 levels, in this particular lesson, and the upper 4 levels of consciousness will be discussed in another lesson.
We are aware of these 7 planes, albeit there may be others. But in this instance, at this time of existence, we are aware of the 7 planes of existence. The first plane, or the bottom plane, the one on the very bottom, is called the physical plane. The physical plane is the most palpable, and it is a survival-oriented consciousness. And that is what we find here in the material world, which is ruled by physical laws. Every aspect of life is superficial, even deep victimhood, terror, chronic fear, baseline anxiety that never completely goes away, and spontaneous outbursts of rage when insecurity or when security is threatened. We are concerned with debt from credit cards, student loans, medical expenses, rent hikes that surpass pay growth. These concerns consume our conscious mind. We are distracted by stress, fear, and worry. And all of these thoughts are on the physical existence. Our frequency in the physical plane is vibrating between 20 hertz and 100 hertz. And that is because your focus, your whole existence is all wrapped up in the physical world, what you can see, taste, touch, smell, your 5 senses. So keep in mind, the level of consciousness found on the material plane cannot even conceive anything past itself. Beings in the lower frequencies will not have the intelligence of the higher frequencies, and will therefore conclude that these things don't exist, or that these things are fantasies, because they cannot perceive them. They are in a lower state of existence. I don't care if they go to church every Sunday. I don't care who it is in your life. If they cannot perceive past those 5 senses, they are vibrating in a lower state of existence. And this is where the ego is sometimes trapped, when it believes that its self-worth is tied to external validation. In the astral plane, you're elevated a little bit, and this may even tie into religious growth, because the astral plane is a step up from the physical plane. Everything here in this astral plane, we talk about like your accomplishments. Your accomplishments, if you're vibrating in this frequency, your accomplishments are going to be how you identify yourself. You're going to identify yourself by your relationships. You may identify yourself by the degree that you went to college and received. Your value in this consciousness is determined by how you compare to others. You feel superior due to promotions. You want to be seen as successful and approved. I want to say, when I was at church, people got caught up with, I'm blessed by God, I'm favored by God because I got a new car, I'm favored by God because I got a new house, I'm favored by God because I have money in my pocket. Now, you may experience the attributes of competition, and competitiveness, and these things are associated with jealousy, pride, shame, judgment, feeling that you are not enough and never will be, always becoming, never being. Okay, so even though this is a step up, you're coming into some what the world calls success, what the world calls advancement. and it will all be still material, because if you look at this, like on this astral plane, you're drawn into the success that is dictated or that is defined by the culture, and it's basically drawing you back towards that material plane. And so this level of consciousness is found between 100 hertz and 175 hertz. So you're still vibrating a little lower. Now, that third plane of consciousness, or that third level of consciousness, is the mental plane. And this is the realm of thought and ideas, where consciousness works as thought, independent from the physical brain. This is the place where esoteric thought, which is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people. You're going to need to elevate your frequency to understand some of these things. And yes, elevated frequency will give you a higher level of understanding. You will be able to perceive at a higher range. This is the mental plane. This is the mental plane where you have graduated from it's all about me to it's all about us. You feel noble and elevated. You may divide the world into righteous categories: us versus them, right versus wrong, righteous anger, belonging. You are convinced that fighting for your group is holy, good, and godly. But inadvertently, you impose the conflict energy onto the world. The Christian religion, it does teach you to fight the devil. And, this could be a problem. I'm telling you, this could be a big problem for you frequency-wise. And the main thing is your frequency. It's not so much about being true to a religion. It's about being true to yourself and being true to the one who created you. And at the level of the mental plane, you have the conscious awareness to see problems, but you're not able to ascend them because you're covered. You've covered the divine love within yourself with belief. You've covered love with belief. You've interchanged love with belief. And 99% of humanity live their entire lives cycling through these three states. They circulate between those three. And the mental plane vibrates between 150 hertz to 200 hertz. So I'm going to note here that the frequency between these conscious levels never rise above 200 hertz. And 200 hertz in frequency is very low. Now, I'm here to tell you that everything is energy, and energy carries frequency. So your words, your thoughts, your behaviors, all of that is energy, and each one of those carry frequency. And if your words and your thoughts are here in this material or the physical plane, the astral plane, or the mental plane, your vibration is low. Your frequency is low. You're in that 200 hertz range, and so you're gonna keep climbing because we carry the patience on the ones who are vibrating in these lower places, and we're patient with you, waiting for you to graduate. And when you graduate, you're going to come up to the fourth plane, which is the spiritual plane.